Introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between our visitors and the Kansas City Chiefs. This is taken at the 3. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
Let's go.
They're on the 24-yard line.
Ready. Mike is 59. Mike to 59. Watch the pass.
Alert 3. Alert 3.
6 guys. Check 6 guys. Watch quick.
Recon, 132 fighter.
Quick.
Watch out.
Now Tomlinson on 1st and 10. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard.
Hey, Haywood.
Mike 5'9".
65.
Clear.
65.
2nd and 1.
Check. No.
Wins low, it's complete. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
3 down. You got tight. Right there. Slam. Joker.
61, matchbox lights. Hey, Alpha. Coming. Get it.
Back to throw now on 1st down. Now he's going to go deep down the left side. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
On 2nd down, it's Tomlinson.
Let's go. You got a winner.
They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
50, plant. 6-6, pull it high. Ready.
They'll try and pick it up with Tomlinson. And he's got the 1st down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. 2 yards and able to get the 1st down in the process.
1st down, Chargers.
Let's go now. 10 Lobo.
He's 59. Mike to 59.
Hey, Delta.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
They'll set up a throw. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he's got room. And they'll wind up getting this this one all the way down inside the 20. An excellent pickup of 34 yards.
Things are looking pretty darn good on this first drive, aren't they? Came right out, set the tone, this time with a big pass play.
And if the peek behind the curtain that they gave us or their game plan, I don't think that's going to be the last one we see.
I think you're exactly right about that.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line.
Back at the 22-yard line.
So after a rare misstep on this drive, they'll try to make amends on 2nd and 15. 2nd and 15. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. They'll try to capitalize on play number 11 of this opening drive. 3rd and goal. They'll look to throw. His throw caught at about the 5. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. So another 3rd down conversion, and now they've got a 1st and goal. They'll run. Tomlinson. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Only a yard that time. 2nd and goal. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
2nd and goal from inside the 5.
Undercrush. Check.
Go.
Again, it'll be Tomlinson. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky. So it's 3rd and goal now, and this is where the Arrowhead crowd can make it very tough.
Get it.
They're going to look to throw. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. From 4 yards out. And the Chargers take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. A long opening drive, but a very successful opening drive. We call that methodical, I guess, when it takes that many plays.
Methodical and almost like a boxing match where you're hitting them with body blows. They can withstand them here. Look, they gave up the touchdown, but you don't feel like a knockout is there. But they keep doing that in the 4th quarter. That's when the knockout occurs.
And it becomes tough for that defense if they're on the field that long. We'll see if they can continue that in future drives. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll try to left side. Holmes. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
day. Woo! Let's get it.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Tight ends Ringo. Tight ends on the Ringo. Tight ends on the Ringo. Hey, 4 down, 4 down. Back, back, back.
6-0 our score after 1.
With the score, Chargers 6, Chiefs 0.
Yellow, yellow. I'm going.
I'm coming. I'm coming.
On 2nd and 9, Mahomes. Holmes has got it complete.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way, and really we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
Yellow. 43. 43. Hey, ribble it.
Orbit.
Hey, 57.
The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here.
It's just me and you.
15.
It's just me and you.
Mike, 55-7, let's go. Eat. No gain on this defense, no gain.
Mike, 55. Check, 55, Mike. You can't block me. You can't block me. You can't block me.
Working from the gun, Mahomes. This caught, reception by Holmes. They'll give him a yard on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down.
Partner, I think that completion takes the definition of dink and dunk to a different level, doesn't it?
It does, and the defense was right there, kind of played into their hands. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
Come on,
The Charger drive about to get going. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have, and think back to our meeting with the head coach, and we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Ready?
Running right, this is Tomlinson. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
That was a good run, probably right on the edge of breaking into something really big. So the defensive guys right now are talking about, okay, what can we do to slow him down before he truly gets started?
The Chargers on 3rd down. A perfect 4 for 4 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Very quickly here, and that's complete. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man.
Squeeze. Crunch. Five.
On second down, Tomlinson. And a loose football. And it's picked up by the Chiefs. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. And maybe that one caused by the weather. Of course, the rain coming down. Charles, can you maybe, when you're carrying that football, grip it too tight in the rain?
I think that you can, and it's such a delicate balance, too, because when you grip it so tight, sometimes it'll slip out from your body. You squeeze it too hard, and it'll pop out on its own. I've actually had running backs talk to me about that when they've tried too hard, even in perfect conditions, the ball gets away from them. They've got to find a good balance, carrying it firmly, yet at the same time under control.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Throwing now is Mahomes. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
Yellow. 180. Yellow.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, yo. Let's make these babies cry all the way back home.
Foxtrot. My God, 55. All day, just like that. Just like that. Mike 55. Mike 55.
From the gun, it's Mahomes going up top. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Pretty solid coverage there by the All-Pro Richard Sherman, able to get a hand in.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
So look at this. Here's the field goal unit coming out. And he is going to need to bomb this one. And this will be spotted on the other side of the field. It's a 61-yard attempt. And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice. An ambitious effort, but it's well short. And this score will stay right where it is. That would have been from way downtown. Pretty big roll of the dice, and he comes up a bit short.
Yeah, you knew when you saw the holder setting up on the other side of the 50 that this was going to be a long shot. But to me, there's really no loss here because you've shown confidence in him. Kicking it from a long distance, that'll pay dividends. And the miss, you can shake that one off. He wasn't likely to make it in the first place.
Now a throw here to his running back. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. That one good for 13 and a Charger first.
That's what I do. Showing it. Check 31.
Big grip.
And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Let's go now. 50, plant. Leo. Ready. Snap.
On 2nd down now, Tomlinson. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. The Chargers, they're able to widen their lead.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This is taken at the 3. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
Let's go.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. To throw, it's Mahomes. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open. And when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play.
And that's precisely what allowed that defense to disrupt the pass. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
It's going to be a long day. Hey, check 24. Check 24.
Yellow.
Mike.
Haywood.
Check 55, Mike. Let's go, D. Tighten up. Let's go, D. Tighten up.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. He is going to find Hill here. First down for the Chiefs. Solid chunk of yardage, 17 on the play.
Thus far, it hasn't been a real fun half for them, but a play like that may get them off the schneid a little bit, get them loosened up and moving.
Kind of seems like they've been sleepwalking and still sitting on 0 points.
And it's not always making an adjustment. Sometimes it's just going back to what you know can work and finally getting it done.
And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. His throw incomplete. Again, they were targeting Marshall there, and that'll bring up 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Here I come. Here I come.
Hey, yo, go.
95's a Sam. No, check. He's Mike. Squeeze.
And again, it's Mahomes. Over the middle, complete. That's Carson. And he's brought to the ground with another 1st down at the Chargers' 24-yard line. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Watch twist.
They run the counter. It's Holmes. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, because they bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
On 2nd and 11 now, Mahomes. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. He was looking for Tyreek Hill that time, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
They've been playing sound fundamental defense thus far and able to keep this offense from creating a major dent on the scoreboard.
Able to force the incompletion, but still waiting for that game-changing play. You feel like it's coming, the first sack, the first turnover.
In a sense, they're playing old-school defense right now. The new-school defense is what you said, taking the ball away.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8.
Here we go.
They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. A great play there as the first half is winding down, as they are now on the board here in the first half. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed. And a lot of football, full half to be played.
Ready, set.
The Charger drive about to get going. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half two, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess in the locker room, they talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
No.
They'll keep it on the ground. Holmes. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
Now 3rd and 5.
Yellow. Barcelona.
Wild Bill.
Hey, 57.
Bravo. 55. Mike 55.
From the gun on 3rd down, Mahomes. Open man is Holmes. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. An effective 7-yard 3rd down conversion. On 1st down, Mahomes. It's Hill, complete. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Chiefs have taken the lead. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Butker on for the PAT. And the lead is now 2.
Makes the score Chiefs 14, Chargers 12.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations, because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. He'll drop to throw. And he's going to go down again. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to and a sack resulted.
He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down. They have not gotten him going at all. Tried to spark something there with a longer throw. Unable to complete it.
But you have to keep trying. He's one of their best playmakers. No matter what it says on the scoreboard, you're always trying to get him the football.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 43-yard line.
Yellow.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go up and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're...
This is caught by Hill for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good. And that makes this a 9-point game. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This is taken at the 3. Gets around him. And he will be marked down right there at the 20-yard line.
At their own 20-yard line.
Ready.
The Charger drive about to get going. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Buying time to his left. Looking left sideline, it's complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. He got 29 yards that time. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory right at the 40. Looking to throw. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man. And you got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And they will take over at the 29-yard line.
Well, it's 3rd and long, and you've got a few different ways to play it offensively. But this is not the type of offense that's going to wave the white flag. They're going to keep chucking it. And this time, it results in an interception.
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Blue dot Corkins, blue dot Corkins. Switch. 36.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Holmes.
Watch the twist.
They'll only get a couple up to about the 30.
Yellow.
Brought down at the 30-yard line.
Hey, 15. Attack.
Check nine.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. For Marshall, that's complete. And a good job on the tackle there as they get him down shy of the first on the 35-yard stripe. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. Here's the Chiefs punter now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. He'll send this one into the Midwestern air, and it's a good one. Fielded just inside the 20, and he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line. It's a 47-yard punt, return of 6. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over.
Come on,
the Charger drive about to get going. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 27, and they will take over at the 26-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 26. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Give him 13 yards there and a Kansas City 1st down. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up.
They'll keep it on the ground. Holmes. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've got an answer for it.
And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 23 yards the pickup there. He's played a great game. It continues right there, even with this lead, confident to throw the pass and have the reception made.
There's no doubt who the leader of their team is there? There's no doubt who they want to ride all the way to the finish, because strategy will tell you run the football, run the clock down. Instead, they're letting him throw it because they feel that confident in what he's getting done.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Hey, 57, 57.
Mike 55, Mike 55.
On 2nd and 9, Mahomes. That one complete to Okoye. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. A gain there of 21 yards. And defensively, they just don't seem to have much of an answer for this passing game.
Not at all. Look at the confidence that's exhibited here. With that type of a lead, clock on their side, instead of running it, they're still throwing it, trying to pick up 1st downs and keeping the football.
Mahomes now to throw. That's going to be caught by Gonzalez for a Chiefs touchdown. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. Butker now to add the extra point. And that one could be important as that makes this a 16-point lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right,
throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
Pull it high.
2-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Let go.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And he will find Winslow. That's complete. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. A good pickup there of 20 yards. On first down, Tomlinson. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. It's a gain of 11 and a first down, L.A.
First down, Los Angeles.
Tomlinson again, a first down carry. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Now Eckler, and that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
Set, 10 logo. Rock it.
Check. 3 down.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Oh, he's going to go for it all. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. The 4th down play doesn't work for the Chargers. And this defense will take over right at midfield. The Chiefs in good position to start out as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. They run the counter. It's Holmes. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage. Use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning.
Don't be mad. It's more coming. It's more where it came from.
The Chiefs on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1.
We got double up.
So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more 1st down to help salt this one away. And they'll go jet sweep to try to pick it up. He's got a 1st down and more inside the 30. And down to the 29-yard line. That one good for 12 yards into Kansas City 1st.
But when we go back to our conversation with the defensive coordinator, that type of a play was not a surprise to him. He expected trickery in this game, yet somehow his defense, they still took the cheese and got caught in the mousetrap.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Hey, 57 color.
Recon, 132 fighting. Quick edge.
Come.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Joey Bosa in on the stop. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
At the Chargers 28-yard
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Get the ball. Check.
15.
Check.
My God.
They'll keep it on the ground. Holmes. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs first down. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Now a give, right side. It's Holmes. And now a fumble. The ball's out. And picked up by the Chargers. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, I'm guessing that on the sidelines there might be a few words said about that mistake there, but I don't think it's going to hurt them in the long run. They're still going to get out of here with a win.
Yeah, they got the 2-score cushion, but you know what coaches say, Charles? Finish strong.
Finish the game out the way it's supposed to be played. In fact, coaches might be secretly happy. Gives them a chance to do a little extra coaching next week.
Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the 4th. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds. They were trying to go back to Allen there, and it's 2nd down.
Leads to 2nd and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
You must be dreaming.
2nd and 10. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining.
Incomplete on the deep ball. It's 3rd down. And 10.
So now 3rd and 10. A big play to start the drive, but nothing since. They'll drop to throw. He's going to let it fly. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock.
Incomplete on the deep ball. Kendall Fuller there on the coverage.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. They'll set up a throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. As time has run out on this football game.